Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome, geeks, gamers, nerds, players. Are you ready for some entertainment? Some movie madness? I am. We got a good panel tonight. We're actually going to talk more about movie news, but then I came across a video of Andy yelling at everyone. Oh, what's going on, Zeverfett? Oh, you got your Batman shades on. All right.
Yeah. Just thought I'd play the part.
It's possible we might have two Batmen. And
yeah. Well, you got the multiverse going.
Yeah, we might get them both. I got to tweet this out first. If people might be new to your, people might know you, Lantern to. Oh, damn it! I messed up your channel name again.
2814. It's 2814.
2814. Because I was trying to do two things at once. Go check him out. He did a hot. Phil Glob's got some competition. He did a hot video today. We need to make a super cut of that. Keep adding to it.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of videos like that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of videos coming up.
All right. Cool. You do the hard work and I might react to it because I'm lazy. Like you said, you're lazy about the live streams. Yeah. All right. Let me make sure. It's a good week to be a DC fan, and
sure is.
To say otherwise they're just being trolls themselves, I think, at this point. Give it up. Really, it's getting. Listen, I thought we were on a better path to movie talk and having real conversations, and especially since I don't know how you feel about the Star Wars trilogy. It's over. We can move on. We got Mandalorian, but Access Media, and I'm not completely against Access Media, but they're not looking good how they're handling this. They're looking really pathetic.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're trying to save face, and some of them are doubling down.
Yeah, it's really really cringy.
It's gonna bite them in the ass in the end.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of these people were against like the Star Wars sequels, right? Like they were totally like for the fans when it comes to the Star Wars sequels, but like now that the Snyder Cut thing's like happening, they're all against the Snyder Cut. Don't give the toxic fans what they want, shit like that.
I know, like Jody did a rant on The Last Jedi too. Like he really went hard into that movie as well when the hate was really strong for that movie.
For sure.
Okay. AT&T is hinting at the David Ayer cut Suicide Squad. Well, they might. I mean, I think they want to see how well this does. I think they're.
I think they're testing the water.
I don't think you're going to get anything. My opinion, I never want. I would be all for it. Believe me, I want to see Joker's performance. But we covered this in a previous episode. I think Jared Leto is part of the problem there himself. And even if they
they need Jack Nicholson.
even if they have the Joker cut and more to it, they still have the villains in the Suicide Squad, the original. I mean, I don't see that improving much. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Steppenwolf was supposed to be like involved in the movie, like as a villain. Apparently, that's what David Ayer was kind of hinting at.
Yeah, and they replaced Steppenwolf with Incubus, that the giant brother of Enchantress.
Yeah, right, Enchantress. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wonder like how early they replaced him though. It's all semantics, but I'm sure they can go back to what they had probably. But
I'm looking for Taylor to send him a link in case he wants to pop on. Because listen, I'm willing to have my mind changed, Taylor M. I know you're. I don't know how much of a supporter you are of Andy and Jody. I believe. I also don't want to speak for you. I think you just like to talk movies. So I'm willing for people to change my mind. And great segue. Let's look at Andy yelling at people. I can't pass it up. I'm a mad reactor.
Not this guy. Vito.
Vito.
I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
You might not like him much after this either. Here we go.
Same stupid cartoon you did, and I threw a $20 T-shirt up in my store. I didn't know that you guys. What? I didn't look at your charity drive and say I can undercut these guys by stealing the same design from Warner Brothers that you also stole and you don't own.
What, he was selling
And then they're
T-shirts?
trying
I
to
don't
claim
know.
that they own the hashtag. You release the Snyder Cut. They're like, we're the only ones who are allowed to use that hashtag. They're all psychopath nut jobs.
Oh, he was trying to wait. I don't
Here's what I
understand.
did.
Was he trying to sell T-shirts when the other one was for charity? That is pretty lame. I don't know.
Well, it's a niche market.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's kind of out of context. I'm not quite sure what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, I pressed pause right when Andy was going crazy, so we'll see.
Charity, and I went on the stupid charity and I donated $50 in memoriam in the memory of Zack Snyder's career. $50 in memory of Zack Snyder's
career.
Oh, this guy's trolling.
In memoriam, I donated.
Yeah, he's a huge Snyder hater.
About that as well.
Yeah, man.
So they don't actually
Hey,
care
Taylor.
about charity. They just weaponize it so they can scream at people who don't give a shit about their stupid Snyder Cut. I want to see the Snyder Cut. I want to see it because I know it's going to be a train wreck nightmare, and I'm going to laugh.
Well, I should let you get an introduction first, Taylor. I like you, Taylor. I like you're a good commenter. You might not. I'm not sure how much you like me. I'm not. I know you'd like to talk, so I'm welcoming you to the show. How are you doing tonight?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I like the idea of just talking about movies and stuff, and then I like to hear both point of views from Andy and Jody and stuff too. That's all I really do for that. But I'm here. I like your show too. So I mean, I see two different points all the time with this.
All right, cool. I have much respect for you coming on here. But we are going to watch Andy yelling, so just
my freaking ass off at how horrible it is. So yes, I want to see the Snyder Cut. I'm not even trying to stop it from happening. Snyder kids, calm down. You're freaking God. You're God of cinema, of Kino. Okay, you got what you wanted.
Good.
You're gonna get to watch some 3-hour cut of a bunch of guys in rubber outfits slapping each other on the ass and firing.
I don't like how they. I don't like how. Oh, wow! I shouldn't have rewound it this much, Vito. Oh man.
Yeah, this guy's going off here.
I don't like when someone else has a win in fandom or movie fandom, and then they try to minimalize their fandom. Oh, it's just the guys in rubber suits, or it's just space wizards. This is you're revealing how you react. Man,
these guys are thespians.
I'm sorry, Vito, that you are what they call you're proving man baby for sure. I can't believe the reaction of people lately. They are losing their minds over this.
Yeah, man. I knew this was going to happen. This is going to happen, man. 2 years they've been telling people to fucking shut up about it, and now it's happening. They got to eat crow, man.
They're not doing it. They're whining about it. I'm sorry, Taylor. I would love to get your perspective. Do you think it's a little bit they're going overboard with the whining lately? I want to hear your true opinion. You could disagree with me. I'm not going to criticize you.
So I watched a little bit of this today on this part, and what I understood from this side of it, Mad Max, is that he was saying that that look, they won, that's fine. The way I perceived of it was, they were glad that it happened, but they were saying they were just upset with the basically with the other viewers who were just completely nasty to them. So it's not so much like the people who were for the Snyder Cut, that's fine. Mm-hmm. And then people who were against the Snyder Cut, it was just that these were the more nastier group. That's what I got from all.
Well, Taylor, thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. What I get from all this is that these guys, these movie talk guys that are used to access and high fives, do not know how to handle criticism themselves. They're first to criticize. I don't see a lot of toxic behavior, just the internet stuff, just Twitter memes and stuff. I don't ever want it to go across the line, though. I will call that shit out too, where it goes in the racial or really nasty stuff. I personally made some jokes about Jody Corner, Phil in the Corner, because he called us ignoramuses first. So I only give it when you shoot first. That's how I roll. But some of the stuff that they say is hate is ridiculous, and they're just blocking everyone from what I see. I never said anything nasty on Twitter to them, and I just was bringing up concerns, and they all blocked me. This is a constant thing of block, block, block. How do I change your mind if I can't talk to you?
Yeah, I just made that Jody video today about the Jody calling everybody like ignorant and stuff like that, and I just used his own words against him. Right?
He did a little bit of racial jokes himself about Middle Eastern people. And,
he got really nasty in the video that we watched last night, where he was talking about he wanted like the Snyder Cut fans to have something done to him. Yeah, and he wanted something horrible to happen to us.
He said something about ending up somewhere and getting molested by a meth head or something. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. All right,
he's talking about a glass of milk
and the cookies.
Well, let's see. Let's get to Andy.
Take the W. Leave me alone. I don't care.
No, you can't. If you want to be left alone, you wouldn't be crying for attention on the stream. You're asking for it, Vito. You're asking for it. And I'm being nice to him here because he sounds like an idiot. I'm sorry.
See, they're getting to you. Clearly, this is going to get clipped out of context, and they're going to be like,
or
see,
stream.
They got him. They
or stream.
Fighting with these morons. Take it all out of context. Every interaction I've had with them, they have astounded me with how stupid they are. I've given them every benefit of the doubt and said they can't all be morons, and they continue
my
to
goodness.
me at every turn. I'm not holding anything back.
You're not setting a high standard yourself, that's for sure.
I've been dealing with in these nut jobs. But whatever, you got what you wanted. Aren't you happy? What do you care what I have to say? Take the W.
Hey, I think it's fair criticism. I don't know all about what he was talking about, the T-shirts. If he was selling T-shirts when other people are doing a charity, that's a fair criticism. And then him saying, I donated to his career, that's lame. Zack Snyder's way more talented than you, Vito. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, though. There was some people trying to like resell the shirts that are being sold on the American Suicide Foundation webpage and stuff. But yeah, that's fucked up. You know, the reason we're donating to that suicide prevention is because Zack Snyder's daughter.
Yeah. So that's fair.
Right. So,
that's not hate to bring that up. That's like if you really care and you want to, this is charity, you shouldn't be messing with charity sales or whatever they're doing or reselling or whatever.
I do understand, though. There is like a small sect of people that are just like really radical about some stuff, and I try to block them when I see them. But like, there's some of them for sure.
Can you see that there's exaggeration going on here, though, for Cash App marathons?
Yeah, it's like 1% of the fandom, and they make it seem like it's like everybody.
Yeah,
and
it's like a telethon.
Listen, I got Red Skull video proof of themselves being toxic, and that wasn't to cancel the guy. That was to show you're first to throw stones. You're not that great yourself. That's why I did that. All right, let's see what else.
And leave the rest of us alone. We don't care. Okay, it's a Batman movie. It doesn't matter. Why did?
No. Yeah, it matters. I hate when people do this when they're losing an argument. They try to make it your fandom and your things you care about seem childish. I hate this when people do this.
Yeah, and he has like 1,000 NES games behind him. So
yeah. Oh yeah. We're all childish. Look at you, bro.
Yeah, and his Zelda swords too.
Yeah. Wow, Vito. Wow, Vito.
Guys, I want to. This is Vito. Thank you for sharing that. I want to. Somebody hopefully will clip this.
Yes, I have.
After you, coming after the.
No, you're not.
Not the fans.
Here he is.
Not the
no. I don't believe he'll ever talk to me. I won't. I really don't. I want to. I have a long list of questions. I have a long list of questions. And Taylor, if you ever feel uncomfortable, or just do your thing. I don't want to put you in a weird spot either, because I know you're a supporter of both, and I appreciate that. And you always have a voice here. I'm not against people making money. I just don't like it being the focus. And this type of it's a circus to me. This is absolutely a circus. I don't know. We'll see how far he takes the circus here.
Fans are coming after the cult. And the cult
come on.
is specifically
This is the spin.
The group that you
Yeah.
cannot, they will not budge. They
Yeah,
will
the
not
cults.
say they're wrong. They will not.
What were we wrong about? I stopped it there. What were we wrong about?
Nothing, you know what I'm saying? There's been a cut for years, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Taylor, I know you. I feel like you were a little critical of this. I'm guessing you were a little critical that there actually being a Snyder Cut existing. The spin and the backpedaling now is that it was never finished. There was not.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that cut.
Yeah. So, but
Well,
there's.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Taylor. I'll let you speak.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, look, I'm sure there was some. I mean, I heard like he had a lot of assembly cut, but then there was nothing finished. And here's the thing too: it's going to be now that he got it for HBO Max, they don't even know yet what they're going to do, because it's like I don't know if it's going to be the actual final, taking the assembly cut and actually getting it finished, or if it's going to be the 6-episode deal. I heard two sides of that part too.
I assume they're going to make it as big as possible. I'm thinking the mini series. I think they're going to add more than they were even planning to.
Right.
And really take advantage of this hype.
I think personally, I think the 6th episode as well, but I also think he's going to change the ending because he wants to give it a conclusion. I have a feeling it's going to be a conclusion because I don't think at this moment in time
you don't think this is going to propel into the future of this is going to be a closed off ending to this era of DC movies. That's your opinion? Okay.
Well, close off for him, because I think this is kind of like an apology from AT&T and Warner Brothers.
Okay.
In theory, in my theory, I could be wrong.
I think that's a legit theory. I hope you're wrong.
Yeah.
Just as a fan of stuff. No. I think it's possible. I'm not gonna say like it doesn't exist. That's not a possible. That is a strong possibility. I hope not, because I think the times we are, like I said on yesterday's stream, the times we're in now, I think this type of film will do better now, or this type of content, than it would when Batman v Superman was released. Infinity War and Endgame didn't happen. Now the general public is ready for more higher stakes in superhero films. More, more. You know what I mean? After Infinity War and Endgame changed things.
Yeah,
and
that remember when BVS came out, it was really hated when it came out, like intensely. So it's taken years for people to come around on it, but
Happy-Go-Lucky Avengers existed at that time.
It's definitely had to grow its audience. It definitely had to, people had to watch it a couple times, find out, or find new things about it, dive a little bit deeper. But I think that he's got a lot more time to refine what he had. He doesn't have that deadline. He does have a deadline, but he doesn't have that deadline, years ago, back when he just, had all that stuff, personal problems and all that, dealing with. So, his art in this situation is not going to suffer. So,
yeah. And he did say they would never release and never want to work with him again. Those are strong things to throw out into the public sphere if you want to be a legitimate news source. He deserves the blowback on this. He does. That was a definitive statement. That wasn't a question mark or anything. They never want to work with him again.
Right.
How wrong was he?
I don't think the fans gave much of a choice, though, right? They got to work with it now.
I mean, I was gonna say, I think a lot of I think a lot of why WB caved too was also because AT&T came to them and said, "Hey, we got to fix this." And WB listened. And honestly, I want to say this. Like, once the Justice League gets fixed, all I really care about is like if they do make amends. I really care about for a 300 Part 3. Honestly.
Oh, okay.
I want to see Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers make something like that again.
I see Zack Snyder really driving this home and becoming a bigger name than he even was before. I think he's been treated real unfair. But the public, and I do not want, he gets treated the most unfair among critics as any other director I know of.
Yeah.
Like, he's okay to hate on, like the way it was George Lucas okay was hate on after the prequels and Indiana Jones 4.
And
Like,
it's super ironic because he has like the most positive stories on set. And then any other director, everybody loves
People
working
love
with
him.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
Great
family.
rapport.
It's a family thing. Him and his wife. They
Yeah.
bring the family element to the production.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers Media said they are happy with fandom. So when Access Media goes this far out of the way to say that the fans are as garbage as the Joke Corner says that Batman v Superman the film is, I'm not going to let that stand. I'm the mother effing line. No, you're not saying this about the fans. I do know there are toxic fans everywhere.
On both sides.
But in also a lot of this, Lantern 2814, you said in the like early on the show that you know some. I just think it's don't lump them in as Snyder Cut fans. It's just internet twidiots. It's just people that get in every single argument, and that's why everyone's painted this way. Oh, it's just idiots on the internet. They don't even care about the argument. They just want retweets, follows, hearts. They just want people. This is what they do. They just live on the internet and get in every single argument to get followers. So it doesn't even necessarily represent actual fans. All right, so let's see. We didn't even get
quick. There's a comment in the chat that I think you should highlight. That's pretty interesting from Eric Sledge. He brings up High Tops Films. He's another YouTuber who criticized Zack Snyder very heavily. And I'm not sure if I'm actually pretty interested to know what High Tops Films has to say about this whole thing.
I have no idea who that is. I have no idea.
Another YouTube critic. Yeah.
I'll check him out. I didn't even get to the crazy part yet, where he really
listen to reason. They will fight, and this is a war to them. They will.
I'm not at war with them. I'm just reacting to him.
They will find a new Zack Snyder thing to continue to go rally about. Enough, guys! I want you to hashtag this with me. Hashtag reject the Snyder Cut. Come on, everybody!
What? No, I didn't know he said that. What? He's saying hashtag reject the Snyder Cut. No, this is where you can't. I'm sorry. I know there may be. No. I'm not letting this roll. I am not letting this roll. This is where. Listen, I don't think he should have been canceled for the chaos that surrounded his life before. This is where you're messing up yourself. You are becoming your worst enemy here.
I mean, he spent all that time trying to regrow his brand, pop and all that, and
take the high road. And I'm not a fan of Jeremy and Geeks and Gamers. He handled it like a pro. He's not a fan of the Snyder Cut, and he's like, hey, fans getting what they want is not a bad thing. I have to support it.
Yep.
So I can't believe he said that. This is as bad as calling us terrorists getting what we want.
Or saying that we should have a certain thing happen to us.
Yeah, I'll admit that was a little harsh. That was, not harsh, but that was harsh.
Yeah, no, I
give
mean,
a mouse a cookie.
But he's the first to throw stones. Have I said anything about that like him? The only thing I did was I showed a clip of him on a public stream with his own words, and I said, if you're going to criticize someone else for being bad behavior, look at yourself. And that's where I got a big headache from fellow friends that I do not collaborate with anymore. I got so much heat on that. I was part of a fan movement that now is pretty much gone because we disagreed on it. I'm not going to stand for it. No, reject the Snyder Cut. Are you serious? And then I saw in the video yesterday that him and Jody's like, you see where I'm going with this, Andy? He gave him like a wink, that this is they're doubling down, tripling down on this whole ride instead of just letting it see how it plays out.
Right.
Let it see how it plays out. Don't judge before you actually watch it. Not cool.
Can't be worse than what we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking anything be better than that.
Oh, Justice. You know what? I don't hate Justice League. I know it could be better. I mean, I still watch it. It
was the best he could do for the time that he had. It wasn't. He was sort of stuck in a narrative and had some footage, but reshot like 90%.
Yeah. I mean, it's not what I wanted, and it didn't end where I wanted to see Dark Side and stuff. Like but I still have fun watching it just because I'm so I want to see the Justice League all together. I can't wait to see the Snyder Cut. What did you think of Justice League, Taylor?
When I saw it in theaters, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, that wasn't great. I mean, it was a mess, but it had some good elements in it, But
yeah,
other than that, I mean, I just give it an okay movie. That's all it was to me. It was never as good as Avengers or anything like that. But
I do watch it all the time, like in my background when I'm doing other things. Just that, I just love seeing them all on screen together.
I agree. Yeah.
Even if you don't like some of the movies, I think one of the things that people are having problems with is rejecting the Snyderverse. Even if you don't like some of the movies he directed, he set up a big thing. A lot of the stuff that's in here now is because of him. Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins, I think he even hired Patty Jenkins. Jason Momoa. Everything that people actually love comes from his involvement.
And Zack Snyder said at some point that like his film universe was going to be self-contained to his Justice League films, and he really wasn't going to do anything else beyond that. Like that's where it was going to end type stuff. And then there's going to be
he had his arc. He had his what he wanted to do, and he already plotted how much time he was going to allocate to that. And then Warner Brothers can do whatever they want with their property or whatever after he would step away. So, but now that's just changed.
I'll be completely real. I was not, I did not foresee it going this bad with them whining about it because I do wish Andy success. It's harder for me to wish Jody because I have certain personal opinions about his content. But I wish them success, and you need to stop this. Reject the Snyder Cut. That is toxic behavior. Because I said in my criticism of Andy, he should be the first one that rallies another person in the entertainment industry, another man wanting to get back what he lost, what happened to Zach, because it's his vision. Imagine if there you pop back. I don't know what happened there. So he should kind of like, even if he doesn't like the films that much, he should kind of like respect a guy in the entertainment industry getting back what he would everyone. Now his situation was completely different than Andy's, different scenario, but people were really hating on his content really hard to, like
the people that he interviews on his little Hugging the Cactus thing, they're all different walks of life and different different situations and scenarios and things like that. It's just this is propelling his channel. This is propelling his brand. This is, in his eyes, this is
bad for
him money. This is going to get him back where he wants to be. He wants to be back in a tuxedo on the red carpet somewhere.
I've always said the way forward for movie talk to get great again is for you to criticize everyone. Don't just stay in your little click box and treat critique everyone. Access media and those that are anti-access and anti-show. There's an argument on both. Handle the arguments, have the hard conversations, get everyone talking. And to do this big circus now, he started out okay, and now he's going back to the same thing. Like he was starting to handle a little bit better the day of, but to say reject the Snyder Cut, oh come on, to try to get a hashtag for something negative, that's negative.
And it's happening. Like this, it's nothing stopping it now. I mean, they announced it and everything. Like you got the poster and everything. It's coming. Like you cannot stop it.
They're really trying to get a hashtag to stop something. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's hear a little bit more, and then we'll get to some actual movie news. I didn't expect to spend this much time. This is why I do these reactions. I have a lot to say, and less and less people actually want to talk to me.
This link in your Twitter. We're going to share this out there. Reject the Snyder. Cult. Oh, sorry, the cult. It should be. I did that wrong. No, don't type that. I'm wrong. Don't clip that part. Well, I did it quick. Reject. Here it is. Reject the Snyder cult. Yes, thank you, Vito. You saved me a lot. That would have been embarrassing if everyone just copied.
That would have been bad.
Don't know. I'm for the cut.
are you
I'm
sure?
rejecting this.
It was a
He
Freudian
was for
slip
the
that you
cut.
said.
Snyder fans, I'm
You
not
said that
stealing
first.
money from charity. I donated $50.
I think he's
What?
hashtag and release the Snyder Cut
memory
now.
of
They won't listen to you
Zack
there.
Snyder's career.
They won't listen. There it is. Reject the Snyder cult. There it is.
They're
Reject
really-
the Snyder
they're-
cult. Enough is enough. If you see
okay.
it happening, block them and stand up and help the people. They are bullying. They are the bullies.
What?
We are not bullies
See?
if we
Yeah,
didn't like
this is
the
it.
movie. Martha was a stupid thing.
No,
we
no,
had
no.
every right.
I long say that was a beautiful moment. That was trying with the whole movie. If you're following the movie, Lex is trying to really send the picture home to everyone involved. He is not human to try to have him walk out of that courtroom as the only survivor, and people look at him a different way because they were treating him like a hero. Dehumanize him, make him a non-hero, and at that moment, Batman was kind of going into that mindset too. And then him to talk about his mother, an alien creature, a godlike creature, talking about his mother, and it's his same mother's name. That was a beautiful moment. I'll long defend that scene. People they just like to go on the same talking points that they've heard before. Although, Taylor, what's your thoughts on that scene? Because that one gets a lot of criticism. Taylor, are you there? Okay, well, we'll get back to the video.
I took a picture of Andy Signore's face right here.
Okay.
Criticize and make fun of that scene in BVS. Martha's. Come on, that was stupid. It was stupid.
You gotta watch my
stupid.
DC video, Andy. You're gonna like it.
But there were parts I liked about the movies, but my God, there was some stupid parts. And
what did you like in there?
We as critics
I like
are
Michael
allowed to
Shannon.
critique movies. That is not us being toxic. That is us just talking about this is our job. It's not your job. What are these people's actual jobs, Vito? I don't know this cult.
What is your job?
But reject the Snyder cult. Enough is enough. Jody, there you are. Reject the Snyder cult. We're making this happen. Let's make this hashtag so Henry Cavill shares it, because Henry Cavill seems like he gets it. He's trying to get all the fandom to calm down. And I'm so sick of it. I'm still getting so many. And it's not like they're going to cut all this too. Oh, boo-hoo, Andy can't deal with it. I can't. I'm annoyed. Like, I don't want to have these mentions keep blowing up. I have other things to focus on. Why don't they?
They're focused on other things.
They spent a whole month. They spent a whole month doing this big campaign, Change My Mind, so they could be the one. Yeah. They set it up to be the ones, like, if it didn't happen, to profit, get that boost off of that to actually end the conversation. This is cringy to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And his scoop wasn't even like a scoop. Like, we've heard for a long time that Warner Brothers is not fond of Zack Snyder. Like, clearly they kept this movie secret for like 2 years. They're not like big fans of his. But like, that's not new news. He just heard that from like some other person probably.
Well, the thing is, the article that came out with Screen Rant said that the people that had really legit sources. I'm not saying he didn't have a source, but it was an out-of-date one, a big out-of-date, because this is conversations that happened in November. Like, the people that were really in the know knew this was going to happen in November. My theory is that movie studios in Hollywood are cutthroat. Marketing departments are cutthroat. Someone may have given Andy wrong info or counter info to get it trending that it wasn't happening right before the announcement to really profit on the hype. This happened.
Well, yeah, they know he's got an audience, and they know he's thirsty, and
they might have
gave him some milk.
They might have, they gave him the bait. He bit, and he released out of date info, so they could really pop it when they actually announce it. To create this frenzy, to create a circus. That's how marketing works. They give different info to different social media personalities, and they might throw them under the bus. So I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, look, someone's, and they don't maybe they don't like intentionally reach out to him, but he was asking for it. They're like, okay, how can we know we're going to make this announcement in 2 weeks. What can we do to really get it moving? I'm telling you. Is that a crazy theory, or do you think there's something to that? You think they gave him the bait and he bit?
It's all about who you're talking to when it comes to all this source stuff. Because the guy who wrote the Zack Snyder book that's coming out soon, he knew about the screenings in February and he didn't tell anybody. So it's all about what person you're talking to. Somebody's gonna say something positive if they like Snyder. If they don't like Snyder, they're gonna say something negative.
And they choose who they want to break the story. So they they're tight-lipped about that with everyone until they finally decide, okay, this is the source, who's been loyal to us or will get the most reach or whatever, and then they'll give them the information to break.
Irish comes up with a great comment here. Cavill won't be on board with any reject Snyder called BS. He already justified so many fans, well, so-called toxic fans, saying they're just passionate.
Yeah, he won't get on anything that's negative.
Right. Plus, he has his chance at coming back as Superman.
And he wants that. Yeah, he loves the character, and he's doing The Witcher as well. But who's going to pass up to be Superman? That's
made him a leading man. Like the Man of Steel movie made him like a leading man in Hollywood. So he's indebted to Zack for a long time here. You know what I'm saying? So
what was he doing before that? Immortals.
Yeah, that was his big film. Yeah,
yeah, and he was in a movie called The Cold Light of Day too with Bruce Willis.
All right, I'm not going to watch too much more because we got to get to some good content. This is taking out the garbage. This is what I'd say. Call it taking out the garbage.
When?
Dude, I trolled them for like 2 weeks straight.
See?
They're just
wow. Admission.
Oh, they just admitted. Oh, but they won't leave me alone. I trolled them for 2 weeks. Do you hear yourself, Vito? Do you hear yourself? You just admitted it. Oh, but when it comes back at me, when people don't kiss my ass, and there's a lot of ass in that corner, I'm sorry. Kiss. I'm not doing it. And Vito's now in there? No way. Oh, that's a whole lot to kiss. No way. No, sorry. Oh my! He just admitted. Did he not admit it there? I trolled them for 2 weeks. Why are they talking about me?
Like, I could go into detail on how stupid they are, okay? At one point, I said to them, guys, you do not own the hashtag reject, or, what is it? Give us the Snyder Cut. Whatever their stupid hashtag is. I can't even remember it.
Yeah, I'm sure he forgot it.
Okay? I went, you don't own that hashtag. Here, look at all these other T-shirts that have that hashtag on it that are sold on these websites. And they said, he just pointed us to all these T-shirt designs he stole. And they started alerting the artists about the T-shirts I linked to, saying Vito's selling these T-shirts. And I'm like, no, I was giving you an example of, you guys are so stupid. I can't even have a conversation with you. They're nuts.
Let's open up my mention for a little bit. Okay, ready here. I'm just looking.
Okay, let's see what's toxic.
Vito. This guy Vito is the guy who's annoying as hell. What's the reason you keep teaming up with these angry, annoying people? I'm trying to enjoy your content. Thanks,
That's
Jake.
a fair
Why don't you F off?
That is fair.
Go away, Jake.
No.
And then we got Joshua.
That's why he was giving constructive
Blocked.
He was. This is where
Canceled.
I think movie talk fails. He gave him constructive criticism. Look at how Vito was representing himself, and he says "F off" to his supporter. Wow. I'm sorry. Nope. I'm never doing that to you guys. Criticize the hell out of me. I'm never going to tell you to F off.
Joshua, how does Andy Stignor still have a gig? I shouldn't have a gig, Vito. I should be penniless, suicidal.
No. See, he is making a mountain. That's just regular Twitter activity. That's regular, pushing you a little bit. No one's saying you should be canceled there. You're saying when you're wanting this much, how do you still have a gig? And that's another fair criticism. So again, that's not a hater. That's just a Twitter person.
And there's a clear difference between criticism and somebody just doing ad hominem attacks and just cussing you out and stuff. Block those people. I don't care. But
gaslighting the audience here. Did the Twitter user say this? No, this is what you're saying, Andy. No one said that. He obviously has a condition where he thinks everyone that gives him a little bit of pushback says that he should be canceled, which I actually feel bad for him for that. I think because of what he went through, he's still still holding on to that rage that everyone pushed them away. You cannot do this on every single comment, or you are going to end your future. This is actually constructive criticism, and I wish you the best in your family. You cannot go the rest of your career doing this with every little comment, gaslighting the viewer, saying, should he say I should never be a job and penniless in the streets? That's not what he said. He said, why do you still have a gig when you're doing this type of stuff? And having on Vito, which I'm not impressed by Vito, and I've known about Vito. No, that was fair.
In a ditch. Why? I mean, if I'm not for the Zack Snyder army, I should be dead. You know what?
Who said that? This is where
No. He wants sympathy. He wants sympathy. He wants people to donate.
Have you seen
Cash
anyone
out.
say he should be dead? They said that is a big stretch from saying this is why this type of reaction is important to movie talk. What did the person actually say? How do you still have a gig? Did he say you should be dead? You shouldn't have a job? You should be penniless? No. Was it a nice comment? No. But come on, man. Come on. If you dwell on this stuff, you are never going to move forward. You're going to have to rely on Cash Apps only, and it's going to become the Andy Signore charity show, which it might be already.
Yeah, I think it already is.
Well, there are interrupting robots for $15.
I'm just gonna find a weapon here and just kill myself because I don't like
want
this.
that.
What?
Who
Here
said
we go.
that? No
You're
one
talking
said
about
that.
idiots. Look at this.
I value being here because I know this might be difficult. I don't know. Taylor, I hope it's not because of me. Everybody in the chat, give respect to Taylor because he is walking into the lions then. Because he says I like to hear both sides of the argument. So give him props, even if he doesn't come back. He was here. Oh, he is back. No, Taylor, I have the utmost respect for you because you're trying to hear both sides of the argument. And this situation may be difficult for you as a fellow commenter on Andy. So I have utmost respect for you being here, and I don't want to make it uncomfortable for you. But this is.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say no. Everything's been going good. I've been having some audio issues. That's why I'm having kicking in and out. So sorry about that. So
Tomorrow night, I'm not planning on covering Andy or Jody tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're doing Binge Buddies, and we're gonna watch stand-up comedy and movie talk. It's gonna be like stand-up comedy and movie talk. I think Steve Fett wants to watch a Dave Chappelle stand-up on Netflix watch party. It's like
I'm down for anything. Yeah.
like 8-hour stand-up because people do lots of watch parties, but we watch things that everyone knows. I think it'd be fun to just laugh like hell, maybe get some drinks, and then talk about movie talk after. So anyone that wants to join, I think we'll do it tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern time. And
I don't think I'll be able to join in because I don't have Netflix.
Oh, okay. Well, you could be there for the movie talk part at the end.
Well, I was thinking of focusing on making my Godzilla versus Kong video that I've been talking about all this time.
Yeah,
Where I
sure.
He did.
Right, reject the Snyder Cult. Why would I reject the Snyder Cut? He can't even read. They're not even reading
to
it.
be fair, you did say.
Whoa. Yeah, he messed up to begin with. He caused the confusion.
Yeah.
Cult is one letter away from cut, by the way. It's one letter away. You know what I'm saying? So not exactly fair.
You're really trying to push this, reject this. Come on. Take the L and let everyone move on and see how it goes. They're not going to suddenly announce it for HBO Go and then stop it. You're never going to win this battle now. Now that it's official, you're never going to win it. It's just going to. This is where it goes beyond hating and it's war profiteering and setting up a war for years. They say they're against toxicity and having a war. You lost the war. It's official. Let it happen. Criticize the hell out of it when it comes out. But setting up a war until it actually gets released for profits, this is disgusting. And I'm calling you out on it. They're setting up a war. They say they are very hypocritical. They're saying this is what we're about. They are setting up a year-long war until it actually gets released.
Well, what's the name of their thing? It's called Nerd Wars, man. They trying. This is how they make a lot of their profit, anyway. You know, at the end of the day,
we got to finish this so we can move on to the other topics.
They don't even know what's happening. This is I haven't even censored this. This guy was trying to cheat the ASAP. There we go. See, they're already telling you. I don't know what the hell this movie is. I think it's a superhero anyway.
You can't even find hater comments.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
There we go.
They all blocked me because I just ripped on them so hard for like a week.
I'm sure.
So hard.
Hey, this is why we should not listen to these people who have no idea about the filming process. Hey, Andy,
still saying
accept the loss. Yeah, I have known nothing about the filming process. I haven't been in this industry. I haven't actually worked in film and know. Yeah, you know me,
they're
Damon.
Talking about me cheating.
Good job,
charity
Damon.
They're bringing it up. They're saying I tried to scam charity.
It's debatable. I'm not saying yes or no. I don't know.
If you like stoking anger and fighting cults, make a video saying that Xbox is better than PlayStation, or that Red Sox is better than Yankees. Then you think you have it bad now. Oh boy, you'd see what real internet anger can be. What? No, I bet you it wouldn't be anywhere near that. It wouldn't be.
They're really
the toxic people. Look at the movement. So I think this guy stopped listening to Jody. Zach said the movie is going to be different than we went and saw. Yeah, they were coming at Jody hard. I've been trying to
Why do you think that is? Okay, we're done. Why do you think that is? He had a video rip Snyder Cut calling us ignoramuses dancing on the grave of a family movement.
Literally dancing. Literally
dancing and rapping. So to say they're coming at him for no reason, it's absolutely ridiculous. I think that's the Doctor of Doom diagnosis is a trash hot take, and it's going in the trash. I'll talk to him about it. If I ever could change his mind on a live stream, I will do it. I'm never backing down. I will be there when he says I can. I don't think he wants to, or there'd be any reason that would benefit him, and I think that's why it'll never happen. But I don't need him. I could just react to his shitty takes.
He's got a lot of them. He's got.
Hey, if I have it, feel free to react to me too. I don't care. But now let's get to this. Batmen. Do you think this is going to happen right after another? Taylor, you kind of gave a glimpse of your position that you think that it's going to be one and done, and it's not going to continue into the future of DC movies. It's just going to be a nice end cap, a little apology letter to some fans that were on board for Zack Snyder, and then it'll be done. So that's your position still?
Yeah, I think so. At this moment in time.
I hope you're wrong, but thanks for your. I actually think the exact opposite. I think it's really going to be successful, and I think other studios, especially considering what's happened here, they're going to go look at the back catalog and see what they could do with directors to work with where things have gone wrong. I mean, there's not a lot of projects out there like this situation, but I think they might. And I think we could get one more Ben Affleck Batman in the DC movie universe, and I think it could be jumping off. But I hope it goes that way. Now, will I whine about it if it doesn't happen? I'd like to say I won't. I can't promise that though. I'll have to see how good the Snyder Cut it really is. But I'll be forever grateful to actually see it, because that's the one thing I said. Even if it wasn't going to be soon, I wanted to see it before I leave this earth. That's how much I want to see the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
so I'm happy regardless, even if they don't continue. Yeah. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for listening to fans and letting an artist fulfill his vision after tragedy struck his family. He deserved this chance. Mm-hmm. More Zach for anyone else, and also justice for Zach, justice for Ray Fisher, which I think he got impacted.
He deserves a shot, man.
I think he was crying on his Twitch when he found out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Twitter. There was a clip of him.
And justice for Ben, possibly, because we have to see what was left out and put in the Justice. Because I don't think the Justice League, what was left of Ben in there, was the greatest either. But he was also it's hard to tell because that was also a rough time of his life.
But it was his first big movie though, so he got cut out of it the most, Ray Fisher. So
he's a stage actor.
Yeah, it's his first big movie. But yeah, I agree with what Taylor, is that his name?
Yep.
What he said about them putting a cap on it. I kind of think that too. Unless it's like super popular, then they might want to do a part two. But Ray Fisher said in the past that they shot enough for 2 films. So I wonder, like, they're gonna give him $30 million, and that might be enough to like finish special effects and whatnot. But it might be enough to actually like split the movies into 2 parts or make a whole series out of it.
Yeah.
Which is they want to try to stretch it out to get people to subscribe for multiple months. So I could see that happening for sure. But as far as like 2 Batman things, there could be 2 Batman. Like they could get Ben Affleck to come back and make another Batman, but it's separate universes. They've already set up that we're in multiverses with the Joker movie, so they could do whatever they want. And by the time we get to a Flash movie, we're gonna get a Flashpoint Paradox type deal. And I mean, they have a lot of possibilities. And it's all about how well the Snyder Cut does. If it does really good, everybody loves it. Endless possibilities. Like they can do whatever they want.
You know what? With the medical pandemic, actually benefits this cut even more because
they say it's a reason it got pushed quicker because they have no content right now. They can't make anything right now. So
and they could build up the hype even more for almost a whole year before release. Whereas if it was on the timetable, it might be done and gone, and then the buzz might be over for it. But if there is ever a future, and Taylor is dead wrong, which I don't know if he is. if there is ever a future for Ben Affleck and a continuation of the Snyderverse, having it go farther out and more of a build-up adds the fuel to that train. Like it makes it more popular.
Well, it just depends on what Zach is going to do. You know, because I mean, his original vision or original version was going to be the death of Batman. And he was going to sacrifice himself for Kal-El and Lois's child. So if that's the route that they're going, you know, if he actually shot that, you know, back in 2016, and you know that's the narrative that they're following, then you know, just realistically, it's just, you know, Ben's coming back to do pickup shots, to do little things here and there, just to, you know, tidy up the edit, tidy up the, you know, the loose ends, the, you know, the narrative fixes to make sure that everything makes sense and is coherent. But I mean, you know, the nerd in me is like, man, he had that script. I want to see the script. You got Joe Manganiello, you know, he wants to, you know, of course, you know, reprise his role as Deathstroke. Let's, you know, get a different director, you know. I mean, you know, Ben Affleck is a capable director, but you know, if like his friends were saying, hey, that might kill you or whatever, you know, I think Ben is in a better place mentally, physically right now than he was back then when he could have started shooting before Matt Reeves. But I'd love to have, you know, maybe even you know, Zach directing.
To be fair, they
Ben's
didn't want another Heath Ledger situation, like the best, like amazing thing, and then that would have been horrible. Not that it was Warner Brothers' fault or anything. It's just
the movie would have suffered too.
Yeah, I know why they're overly cautious with that type of situation based on the history of their. Even though they made a lot of bank on that too. To steer towards a negative.
Even his movie that he made,
they did what's in best interest for the actor, not for their profits too. They, you know, they said, "Oh, you're getting a little out of control here." So I think that even though I would have loved to see what he would have done, I think for his life, it could have been a very bad situation for him. I do think that. I don't think that's just marketing. At that time, he was going really through some stuff. So
Yep.
All right. The Tenant trailer. Did you guys see the Tenant trailer?
Is there a new one?
I don't need to see it. I want to see the movie badly, anyways.
Taylor, you're kind of one of those that doesn't like to watch too much trailers. You want to be more surprised the day of.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit, because like sometimes when you see the first trailer and you're like, oh, I'm sold from the get go. That first trailer they put out, I'm like, I'm sold. I don't need another trailer. Let's go.
Are you guys talking about the Tenet trailer?
Don't give any spoilers, sci-fi, because Taylor wants to go on fresh for the movie experience, which I respect that. I like trailers, but I get that. I get that mentality. Like, try to get. They do way too much in trailers. I think Christopher Nolan's better than most, though, leaving stuff out. But
Yeah,
still,
like, the trailer didn't give any big plot details.
there,
It's still very ambiguous.
Don't go into your sci-fi, but there was some stuff in there that I was like, I did not know before, and it's like, okay, but man, this looks great. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Is this the film that's going to get you back in the theaters? The first one you're going to see, and everyone on the panel?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if I can get, if we can get in,
I usually hold out for
Yeah, you can get in the theater.
big tentpole films. So I don't know anything about Tenet right now. I'm in
Cool,
the dark.
Brian Hill.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up,
Hey,
man?
man.
What's up, man?
Did you see the Tenant trailer, Brian? Don't go spoilers.
No, that trailer was awesome. It looked really good.
Yes, and for another reason I'm so curious to watch it is to see more of Robert Pattinson. Not that he's like in a Bruce Wayne type role in there, but just seeing him in a Christopher. I don't know, something about Christopher Nolan Batman, and I think that's also the reason he really got the job. Really, for with
I think so.
yeah. So based on
it's probably his recommendation. Yeah.
it really pushed him into the role. Do you now the time's passed? Do you think he was just trolling about the exercise?
Partly trolling, partly kind of telling truth.
He probably was taking a little bit of time off. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody. I mean, he might not be one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, I love the gym. He's no Dwayne the Rock Johnson in the gym, every day. So he was probably trolling a little bit.
I don't want to react to it because there's some that won't, and it could get the whole stream taken down, especially Warner Brothers. I've heard pretty bad on trailer reaction.
Yeah. We could do it after the stream is over if you want, like after you close it out and it's just us in the backstage.
Okay, I can do that if you want. All right. I had some other articles up, but we're almost at an hour. Let me see.
Well, we can do that Godzilla versus Kong thing that I shared with you.
All right. Okay. Godzilla versus Kong.
That's another movie that's coming out.
Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah.
I
I saw your review, Lantern,
dude,
that you didn't like
so
Godzilla King of the
disappointed.
Monsters.
That was right.
I
after
like the
watched
first
that.
Godzilla.
Oh yeah, I the 2014 one. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
October
The one with
91.
the guy from Age of
Yeah.
Ultron. What's that guy's name?
Yeah,
The speedster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aaron Johnson Taylor.
Aaron Johnson.
Yes. Yeah. Kick ass.
I'm kind of I'm curious. What exactly didn't you like about King of the Monsters?
Dude, that family story still kills me every time I see it.
Oh, the girl.
I didn't even know it was a girl the first time I saw it. Like until the end. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's a
see,
girl.
they always do that. It's like, there has to be some sort of human family that the audience is supposed to connect with, and I could give a crap. Same thing with the Transformers, like follow Sam Witwicky or follow the little girl in the new ones or whatever. It's like I don't care. Just give me the Transformers. Give me the monsters.
But I
That's
think
all I care about. Give me the
Wasn't King of the Monsters, wasn't that one kind of falling more of the animated a little bit as far as like the daughter and father part?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, a
love
lot
that,
of the older Godzilla movies focused on like reporters as human characters and like other like scientists, and I think that's what the MonsterVerse should do from now on, maybe.
All right, so here's the article Sci-Fi wants to talk about, which I like talking about. Oh, I like that hoodie.
That's pretty
Nice
cool.
hoodie.
Yeah.
Kong's 2020 new design revealed. Kong's new design for Godzilla vs. Kong has been revealed. We now finally have a good image of Kong with his updated characteristics to look over and analyzed. The most notable new feature is the inclusion of his adult beard. Okay. Many fans were quick to point out the presence of this new design element in the first teaser image for Godzilla vs. Kong was released last year. The new image of the Titan were revealed during the Legendary Comics MonsterVerse Publishing 2020 digital panel. Okay, let me see where this image is.
Where's
Scroll down right there. It's right there.
There? Okay. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, and you can see like his beard.
Yeah, he's old.
I thought he was gonna have like a Fu Manchu.
Yeah, right. Still looks good though. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I'm down.
That's a movie.
Yeah. And that image is from a prequel comic they're gonna release for Godzilla vs. Kong, where it focuses on Kong fighting this bat creature called Kamazats or something like that.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I want to see that for sure.
Yeah.
The monster fights in that movie were epic. I do have issues with the human characters though.
That was definitely the highlight.
Yeah.
Of Monsters was the fights for sure. That was definitely the highlight.
All right.
Those stupid characters, man.
This seems like a fun project. Let me bring this up here just real quick. This is on JoBlo.com. Peter Dinklage and Jason Momoa starring Good, Bad, and Undead. So this sounds like fun. Apparently, Game of Thrones alumni Jason Momoa and Peter Dinklage are going to co-star together in the horror comedy Good, Bad, and Undead from the writers of Freddy vs. Jason. I don't know. Take that for what you will. I don't know if you like that or not, but Dinklage.
I liked Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay.
Solid film. Solid.
It was a good fight.
Van Helsing, last in the long line of vampire hunters. He develops an uneasy partnership with the vampire Momoa, who has taken a vow never to kill again. Together they run a scam from town to town where Van Helsing pretends to vanquish the vampire for money. But when a massive bounty is put on the vampire's head, everything in this dangerous world full of monsters and magic is now with them. The intent is Midnight Run in a Bram Stoker world. I think that could be fun. I think it could get or miss. I'm hoping.
Is it a period piece or is it something that's supposed to be modern time?
I don't think it's.
Well, the way it made it sounded like it was a period piece.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope they go that route.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Jason Momoa, yeah, he's been hit besides the DC movie universe and TV series in his other films. I have a bright future. I hope for a bright future for him, for sure. I want to see him and The Rock to get together in some type of action.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And they're gonna. Hopefully, they will be together in the DC movie universe with Black Adam and Aquaman in the same film somewhere.
Oh man, that'd be so good.
All right.
Can we go back to that Jody thing? Because I was watching his video, that 25-minute one.
Okay.
And he was talking about join us with the new Shazam and Black Adam and like Birds of Prey and shit. Like why do we want these? I don't know. Like he's focusing on the wrong superheroes when it comes to DC. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
oh god. Well, that's Superman, Batman, Jody. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, he just doesn't like Snyder's version of Batman and Superman. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dude, he loves the Aquaman one. That Snyder's casted that guy. You know, he likes Wonder Woman. Snyder casted that. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's where I lost it with him. Like I stopped to him a few weeks before I streamed with him because based on fellow friends' recommendation, I'm like, okay, I usually sub to everyone because I like to support everyone as much people as I can. And then after me and Sci-Fi did a reaction of him going after Film Golf, and we were kind of thought they were going overboard. And then I actually streamed with them on the Nerd Report Live, which was one of my last times I was there. And I was being nice. I was trying to be nice.
No, you were being very diplomatic.
But then I watched his video the next day on the Man of Steel and why he's against Zack Snyder. And I completely went madman and I lost it on him because I'm like, how can you hate on this man? It was the reason Gal Gadot is even there. She says she thanks him all the time. She says he's the one that said yes, and he wanted to see. His
I think Patty was not all not for Gal. It was actually Zach was like give her the shot for the role. So I mean and Patty of course loves her now and they have a great bond and great relationship. But that's because of Zach.
Yeah, that's why I can't take anything he says seriously.
Zach has a cameo in the Wonder Woman film. He's he's right there in the behind the scenes stuff.
She loves the Snyder family. They all do.
Yeah.
They are so the Snyder family.
Jody just ignores those details. He's ignoring those big details right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like like a teenager. They only hear what they want to hear.
I think in your video you had a clip of him saying,
selective.
He's like, there's a clip of him saying, Gal tweeted out in support of the Snyder Cut. I don't get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really.
He probably thought there was like a gun, like pointed at her, like, you
No.
better tweet this.
I think he should chill out because he's an extra.
He does need to relax a little bit. He needs to go. He needs to regress back to when he had a shorter beard and he made that Man of Steel, or not Man of Steel. I'm so sorry. The Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition review. He needs to regress to that point and just move forward from there. It's just
I'm still waiting.
Where he is now, no one can save him.
I want to get Jody on the stream. I can't wait to get wrecked.
I liked him a lot better when he was just like a fan and he was just like enjoying the stuff that's coming out and stuff. But.
Yeah. When it was him and his Superman,
jacket
and the hat, and he had his friends sitting next to him, and they would just go through the reviews or whatever. That was the most entertaining. Yes, Andy Signor has brought the different shows and stuff to his channel, which is is helpful for him or whatever, but it doesn't.
It was a bad moment for me personally. My wife's not a huge fan of my channel. And she's like, what are you talking about now? She's like, Jody's Corner, I like him. He's kind of funny. I'm like, damn it.
Changed my mind.
I'm like, damn it. I said, she's like, oh, he's kind of funny. I'm like, I said, okay. I said, all right. Oh, see how
he's so pissed he hit his camera.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. She's more likely to watch a reaction to him than mine. Okay, wife. I get it. All right. Hey, to be honest, if there's one thing I could say, it is a show. I sincerely think in this, some people, the critics of me when I go after him is some say, well, when you show up without a mask, we'll have you on. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that for you. I think his credibility is lacking, and I think it's just a show. There is a lot of funds you get from being a victim too, with making this a big war. And there's really
you get the empathy.
I see little, like if you really want to see Lantern, like you said, you have seen some toxic Snyder Cut fans. I think you said that before.
Yeah.
And you go, Matt Jarbo does a great video where he investigates. There's very little there, but they're acting like getting bombarded every second of the day.
Yeah, man, you gotta like look for them. Like,
what he did with the comment is like, "How do you still have a gig?" And he's like, "What do you want me to be dead in a corner somewhere?" Or no, that was really gaslighting the audience, making showing scenario. Yeah. There was little there, so I can't.
It was like he was Joaquin Phoenix in that alley and getting beat the shit out of with his own sign, and it's like, that's me. Yeah, I can identify that way.
He's not getting beat up in some alley. It's very, very. I really think they're just in high fives. They can't take it. I'm used to getting paid every single day on every single video, so I'm ready for it. I'm getting that all on my channel. I think that's where we're gonna end it. So if you guys want to pimp your channels, and Taylor, I love you, bro. Come on the show anytime just to talk. I love getting your different perspective. I love people pushing back at me and be critical. If I do do anything you think is stupid, criticize the hell out of me, Taylor, and come here and say it.
No problem, man. No, thank you for having it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. Lantern 2814.
2814. That's the channel. Thanks for having me on, man. It's the first time I've been on your stream.
Today you're going after film dogs territory, doing some hot clips and some funny editing. I love it.
We got a race to the Campia one. That's what we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah, I know we're working on it right now. Campia one yet? I didn't. I knew where I knew. I saw the title and I knew exactly what he was spinning. 30 million to complete it, to act like it was never existed. That's
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. He's trying
to he's freezing up. This is
sorry. Well, anyway, what I was saying was Campy is trying to spin it that he was right the whole time, and that
they all are doing that. They're all doing that.
Yeah.
They all like to simplify things. Like when people said that you can be paid by access. He's like, no one gave me a check. No, that's oversimplification to dismiss an argument with actually really going into it. Can you be paid by access exclusives Absolutely. Does it benefit?
Well, there's perks at the
Oh yeah.
You could get 10 videos out of being at a premiere. You could have free video on the red carpet. There, it really pushes your channel. And
I've never been on a red carpet.
Right. Having access is a form of payment, and having your social media tweets out there when there's a movie embargo and everyone else can't release a review, but you can because you were there. That's also a huge boost to your channel. So that's the other thing. They like to play that down, and then they like to play it like fans for the release of the Snyder Cut. We're always saying, give us the Blu-ray so we could go buy it in the store right now. No one was saying that. We're not idiots. Working cut, it was assembled. There's things that need polish. We were willing to accept it, not with the polish, but we're getting the polish. Release the Snyder Cut. We're getting everything we want and more. So hell yeah. They might be building on it more than they ever were going to do before because they saw how it blew up. If your marketing department doesn't capitalize on the situation, you're freaking idiots. You don't let all this free marketing go. You don't.
Hey, what a great marketing push for Vero, by the way. What a great
yeah.
You can't buy that publicity, man. Yeah. Apparently it's like a Russian app or something like that.
The owner was the owner created the app. It was just a sole venture, and he wasn't getting any traction, so he started paying celebrities to get on there and pull that in. So I mean, it was very good strategy on his part.
It works, you know what I'm saying? Got a big announcement on that shit. Yeah, man.
All right, so go sub to Lantern's channel, and I will go to my recent pal. We've only been streaming for a couple of weeks now. Zebrafet. He's becoming a staple here. People love his videos.
I appreciate that.
Go support him, and we need Mad Matt back as much as I know.
Well, he wanted to jump on. He was like, "Oh, you guys are talking about Batman because that's his favorite character," and so I had him on standby, but we really didn't dive into that because we were jumping on Andy. But I mean, that's what he's passionate about. Batman. He loves Batman. So I had him on standby. He's streaming right now. So yeah, go check him out at Mad Matt Vids over at on Twitch.
Okay, cool. Brian Hill, Master of Discord, and you have a YouTube channel. Check him out.
That's true. Yeah, Brian Hill, Master of None. I'm going to be trying to pump out some more videos lately. And hope to be working soon more with all you guys. Having a blast. This is great. Real dream come true.
Sci-Fi Dragon, master of King Kong versus Godzilla news. I always am well prepared. Know about King Kong versus Godzilla because it's Sci-Fi and I'm video. Pick your channel, Sci-Fi.
Well, I mostly cover sci-fi related content. Right now I'm working on like you said, a Godzilla vs. Kong video right now. It's gonna be something pretty interesting that should get a conversation started, and all I need to do now is record the audio. I finished all the script revisions.
And it's one of the last films that's actually kept its date through all this chaos, so hopefully it stays that way. I'm a little cautious about going right back to the period, but it's looking brighter now. With recent things, I think we're getting back to something. And
it feels like it's on track again.
Yeah. And Tenant, whoa, that looks good. Tenant looks good. All right. Well, bye, everyone. Hey, Lantern, come back. And if you want me on your show or if you want
sure, man.
We'll come on and talk about DC. Or I don't know if you like Star Wars, too.
Oh, yeah, man. We'll get it straightened out here. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Be active in the Discord. There's going to be a lot coming there, and we can collab, work together, grow each other's channels that way. All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Later.
Have a good night.